Chiban, it's good to see you again, all the way from Sweden. Thank you for joining. Please tell your friends, tell your friends, tell your friends. Call everybody that need to be on this platform. Yeah, you can. Idoko Phillips, thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome day, wonderful day. I am so super excited today because, I mean, Wisdom Ezekiel is a practical person. Is a practical person, and then he will show. He will be down to earth, and I appreciate that about him. Good, 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 good. As we move on, let me just say this: that this is we tag this entrepreneur. You will have wondered where did we get the name from? We coined it. We coined it anyways. Okay, Falaka, it's good to see you. Yeah, good, good, good. Ajibike, it's good to see you. No, Ajike, sorry. Ajike, it's good to see you. Guys, thank you for joining. Please don't forget, call your friends, tell them they need to be on this platform because real estate is is a chicken right now that lays the golden egg in Nigeria. So please, as much as you can, call your friends, call everybody, let them come right now. This is the program that they have to be part of. Entreprenata. Why entreprenata? Entreprenata is a combination of two words. Entrepreneur and nata. And we all know what nata means. Nata means a place of birth. So when we say entreprenata, what we're trying to say is that this is the place we want to birth entrepreneurs. Birth entrepreneurs. And you know, for those of us who are ladies, you know, you always have what they call prenata and postnata. You know, before when you get pregnant, before you deliver, you go to the prenata, and then once you have delivered of the baby, you do the postnata. So that is what this entreprenata is all about. We want to birth entrepreneurs, and at the same time, we also want to nurture them. So on our Instagram live, it's going to be majorly the basics, trying to give you the rudiment, what you need, not those bogus principles and everything. I mean, practical principles. How do I take my 10,000 naira or my 5,000 naira or even my 200,000 naira and get into the business of real estate? And then we'll be doing that every week, every Thursday now. So watch out, from one business to another, from one industry to another, and we're bringing an expert here. So welcome to Entreprenata. Entreprenata is the place to be. I know, just to confirm this, somebody sent me like a testimony for when I went to all. You know, most of you know that I went on this tour several years ago on the bill of a telecoms company that said a lot. That took me to about close to 70 tertiary institutions, talking to people on having an spirit of enterprise, spirit of enterprise, and then we got a lot of testimonials. So this I got yesterday. So I just want to quickly read this to you so that you know. This came in as a confirmation of what we're about to do here. It came in as a confirmation. It said, Eloni. It's from Precious Chibueze. He said, Eloni, I remember when I was the SUG Director of Socials in the University of Agriculture, Abia State. I invited Etisalat then to school on their Easy Click event, where your lecture inspired a whole lot, including me. Today, I am the Chief Operating Officer of a fintech company that currently met the CBN's 200 million minimum capital requirement for payment solution services. Even at my NYSC camp, coincidentally, you gave another wonderful lecture. I am just writing this to appreciate you for being a very good coach. Wow. So when you read things like this, you want to pay attention, more attention to the basics in helping people who are still trying to understand their right from their left, to understand the rudiment of the game and know what to do. So every Thursday we'll be here and they will talk about all that. What do you need to do? How do you need to go about it? And then every Saturday, that will be on Zoom every Saturday, 7 p.m. We'll be talking to people who are already established business people, and we'll be taking this webinar on keeping your business in business. You don't want to miss that. We'll talk more about that. You watch the handle or my timeline to get more information. Okibalo, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining in. Now, Vera, I need to see you right now. Sure, yeah. Dr. Vera.
Good evening, Pastor Nee. I hope I can get this.
Don't worry, call. Yeah, I'm Pastor Nee, I'm Pastor Nee, I'm Prince Nee, I'm everything. Don't worry, I'm everything.
Good
It's
evening,
okay.
good evening.
Awesome. I have my friend connecting from Rwanda. Yeah, good to see
Wow,
you.
amazing.
I call her baby. Good to see you, baby. Good to see you here. So we have
Yeah,
guys. Help me make welcome my co-host for today, Dr. Vera James. She's a
thank
PhD
you.
holder. I mean, she's an education consultant, or yeah, consultant in education, and she does a lot. Probably I'll just allow her to talk a little bit about ourselves before we go on. And please note our Instagram page and follow her. She's got a lot to offer. So Vera, let my people meet you.
Oh, wow. Good evening, Pastor Nee. Good evening, everyone. My name is Vera James, and like Pastor Nee said, I'm the principal consultant of Vera James GC Limited. What we do is that we offer solutions, we offer opportunities to parents, to schools, school leaders, teachers, anyone who would require any education support or consulting. We are your go-to person. Thank you so much, Pastor Nee, for giving me that opportunity.
Yes, Vera, thank you for joining. You know, Vera is one of the people that keeps me on my feet. And I mean, when you have intelligent people like this around you, you know you don't have a choice but to be intelligent. Even if you're not, you just sometimes I'm in a fix and I'm calling them, guys, what do you think we can do? And sometimes they feel I know everything, but they don't know that they gave me the answer. And then Vera has been so helpful and so supportive, and Vera is more like my coach and my consultant. So you guys should try as much as possible, as much as you can. Follow her on our Instagram page. You can see it, and so that you can learn so much. So we are stylishly waiting for Wisdom Ezekiel. So as soon as you get on board, Wisdom, if you're there, please let us know so that we can get you on board. But you know, Wisdom Ezekiel, like I said, he's a very, very practical, pragmatic man when it comes to this real estate. And remember, we had a session with him on Zoom last year, and it was something remarkable. I mean, he told us, no, in Nigeria, there's something we call Omonile, the people who owns the land, or the people who come from the area, my area, who owns the land and everything. So we call them Omonile. So I don't know whether you can hear me, guys.
Yes, I can hear you very well. I'm trying to see if Wisdom is here already.
Okay, good. So, you know, he was telling us about how to deal with those people, because most of the time, the reason why people don't go into real estate is because of those guys. So you rather buy the completed building rather than you go and build yourself. So he told us all that, and then it was like we went to MBA class with him. So he'll be here with us today and everything. So very over to you as I begin to look for Wisdom, maybe is around now.
Okay, all right. So, guys, you're welcome. Ajike Oluwa, thank you so much for joining us. Funmi Olutayo, thank you for joining. I can see your Jude doing. Thank you for joining. Pastor Nee, let's dance a bit now. While that your song was giving me life.
Ah, I didn't know you guys
We
were
were,
hearing my song.
we were dancing. I was dancing, and I'm sure others were dancing too. Okay, Fadele Peculiar, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. as yes, I particularly like the title of this series, Pastor Nee.
Okay.
The idea of seeing and nurturing. In fact, this is something, and you see that feedback you got. Of course, you know that I'm part of that kind of feedback as well. I've known you way as an undergraduate. Don't forget.
Wow. And you are now a doctor. Can you imagine? What have I been doing with my life? I'm not a doctor yet. I don't have PhD. Can you imagine?
Pastor Nee. Oh yeah, someone says let's dance a little.
Yeah,
And I
we're
particularly,
dancing. It's at the
the
background, so
song
we
is
can.
very strategic. I mean, it just works with what we're doing today. We're making it. I hope this network is not giving us issues. We
No,
can't
it's
hear
not.
the
It's
song
not. So I
anymore.
can hear you.
We can't hear the song anymore, or I can't.
Are you sure?
Oh yes, yes, it's back, but very low.
Yeah, we're trying to understand it.
Right, right, we are. So can we see wisdom? Let's check. Personally, everybody loves your music. People are saying it's too low.
Don't worry, don't worry. Next week we'll make sure I get a big what's it called, speaker here that will blast the whole place. Don't
So
worry.
that we
Next
can
week I'll be more
blast.
prepared.
Yes. Okay, so personally, is our guest here?
No, it's not yet. Do you want me to call him? Let me tell one of my guys to put the call to him, and let's see.
Okay. So personally, I have a pen. I'm sure.
Okay,
Let me
good.
just tell our guys now. If you don't have a pen and paper or a jotter, go. Oh wow, this is mine. I was telling my daughter today. I said, "Don't be surprised when mommy goes into real estate."
Look, I'm actually considering it. I'm a second player when it comes to the real estate field, because I have a lot of my guys who I coach. At least I am the business coaching that I do. Almost 75 to 80% of them are into the real estate space. And although I
Right.
still don't understand it very well like they do, but I know the kind of numbers that they have there. I mean, crazy numbers. You know, when they say, that, when they say somebody went to do juju for,
For
sacrifice, money
money.
sacrifice, it's almost very similar to the kind of numbers those
Kind of
guys
money.
have. And then if there's anything anybody wants to do, you need to start looking at that and start paying attention to what they are doing over there.
Right.
Good.
And personally, I was going to tell you this. I forgot. Let me say it live. You know, when I was thinking about today's program, I said this is something people pay for, right? This is like a webinar, even though
Yeah.
we are on an Instagram live. It's like a webinar. I believe people here will leave this meeting and we would go and start up. I mean, you're
Yeah.
either going to be invest in real estate, or you just want to go and do that thing you've been thinking about since the passion to start up. I was just telling my husband, I think it was yesterday, that after this session, Pastor Lee has given us Instagram live. Oh, this is
I'm telling you.
masterclass. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh yeah, with your jotter and pen, fantastic. We are ready for business. We're waiting for our guests for today. So please, it's a good time for you to call your friends, share the video, get someone. You can actually share this video. Yeah. So maybe I should even do that. Let me copy and.
Yeah, and then if anybody who's watching us have any question, if you have a question right now, you can also throw it on the chat box so that we can see while we wait for Wise Man. While we wait for Tokota, it's good to see you guys.
Yes. In fact, they caught my attention immediately. I saw their name. I think I've seen
their picture.
I've seen some of our community members already, but I missed them saying hello when I saw them. So, Pastor Nee, let's talk about our community. I need to talk about our community.
Okay,
I
please
really
go
need
ahead.
to.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Okay, guys. So we have this community, Nii Adesoya Business Professionals. We've been there for over 7, 8, 9 months, and it has been amazing. You know, some people say, I don't know how Pastor Nii did that program, because the Pastor Nii that we know, or that you all know, you know, when Pastor Nii advertises program, it is $10,000. So some people, you know, will not be able, you just can't get into that kind of community. However, I was surprised. In fact, when I saw the advert, Wisdom is here. So
We're sending him a
let me just
request
round
now.
up my talk on the community. Is Kenny here? Kenny, please put the link so that people who want to join the community can join our community.
Okay,
It's a
it
business
would type it
professional.
from there.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's business professional, and it is amazing. I can tell you the kind of exposure, the kind of content that we get for free. No, not for free.
Practically for free.
Something goes to free. I don't want so that people will not say something. I mean, yes, for free. Because if you really want to, we can't actually quantify it invaluable. So I leave that for you to decide when you join the community. Yeah, I'll just
Good.
leave that for you.
I think we need to tell Wise Man, Wisdom, we have sent you an invite. Please accept that you can come on board, and then we can have a conversation as we move on. Please, Wisdom, we'll send you an invitation. Just look at it and see.
Lunch Perry, hi. Yeah, Tokotaya has said the community is amazing. That's a community member speaking.
Okay, I saw Vera there. They're saying that they can't join. I see something there.
Why is that?
Let's see again. If you can send us a request, or is it that?
Okay. So maybe you should leave the video, come back and send a request. It will just scroll up and see, send a request to be on the live video.
Okay, I think he's the one not seeing it.
Okay, but sometimes you have to just scroll. Wisdom, if you can hear me, you may not see it, but you just have to scroll up or something, and you see. Yeah, Femi Babs, good evening. That's a community member speaking.
You know, when Vera was talking about the fact that Nii Adesoya charges so amount right now, and that please, on Saturday I'll be sharing briefly. I'll be sharing briefly on that, how I was able to raise my coaching fee by 2,500% in 2 years. So you can join us. You can join us.
You're an incredible person. The things you do are unbelievable, I tell you.
I mean, 2 years, within 2 years, 2,500% is interesting. So we're waiting so join me on Saturday, 7 a.m. Zoom. It's a Zoom meeting, it's not Instagram Live. I think it's coming on now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's in.
Okay, so let me just say something about that meeting on Saturday. Just go to the link in Pastor Nii's bio, and of course you just see details on how to get on that program. I mean, we are going to learn how Pastor Nii increased sales. Who does not want to increase? Who doesn't want to increase? I think it's almost here. Maybe, yes. Oh, fantastic.
No, it's not him. It's Kenny that is trying to Kenny that is trying to test the whole things to see whether why it's not connecting. Is it the platform or is it from his side? But now we know it could be from his side. So Kenny, get out of there so that we can have the man that we want. So Saturday, guys, join us. Well, we're going to be talking number one on what's it called, successful failure. Many people don't want to fail, but I wonder why they want that, what they expect to succeed. You just must be willing to take some risk, because it's actually in making some risk and failing that you actually learn how to succeed. So we'll be talking about that on the Saturday, and also we'll be talking about how to use. We'll be taking the case study of Nokia. Nokia failed, but we don't want to look just at the failure. We want to see how we can turn that failure into a success. That's what we call successful failure, so that we can apply it. And most of the things I'm doing right now is based on some of those things. I mean, the Nokia story, the BlackBerry, and Apple, and all those people. Those are the people I've used to strengthen myself and move myself forward in this few times that we've been together. So please, on Saturday, don't miss it, 7 p.m. Just go to the link and try and join in and register. We'll be sharing a whole lot of secrets, and it's free. Don't worry, free. And when you hear me, I just want to say free, it means it. It's really free.
Yeah, true,
no strings attached. No strings attached. Awesome. Okay. Wisdom, if you can send us a request. Let's see if you can send us a request, because we've been trying to send you a request now. Is saying you can't join, you can join. But if you can send us a request, then we can take it up from there. Can you all hear me? Vera, are you there?
Yes, sure. Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay, you guys asked me some few questions about real estate. I think at least I can spell it.
Oh my goodness. Pastor Nee. Okay.
No, let them. If they can ask any question on the chat room, whatever question that they have on the chat room, just ask me right now, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah. Okay. Blessing says you can hear you. Okay. So well, good. So yeah, guys, you can ask your questions. Let's begin to take questions. Pastor Nee will take some, and okay. We have a question from Ife Michael. He's saying, can I start with no capital? I knew this question was going to come today.
Real estate, or you start business? Really? Like I always tell people, you can actually start anything without capital. Capital is in different form. You have the money, you have relationship, you have social capital, you have, a whole lot of things like that, human capital, and then you can leverage on all those before you actually start a business.
Okay, it's back. Great.
Okay, we can send him a request now, or you should send us a request.
Okay, maybe you should just send so that it's...
okay, let's see. Let's send him. Let's send him as well. Okay. We'll send him one.
Okay, so he had problems with his network. Okay, that's fine. That's one of the things that we have to...
Yeah. He's here.
I'm so sorry. I had issues with my network. I kept switching from one network to another network. I don't know. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr. Wisdom.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Well, nice to hear from you.
The white man.
In fact,
what else, sir?
Okay, Vera, quickly, let's go to the questions. We've kept our people waiting. Let's go to the question. Let's start bombarding with my white man.
Apologies to everyone. I was switching from one network to another. Nigeria.
Can I just quickly read a short bio of our guests?
Why not? Go ahead, please.
Don't worry about the bio.
Okay.
What
no, let's do that. No, I'll be very fast. Okay, so you're welcome, Mr. Wisdom. So Wisdom Ezekiel is the co-founder Pertinence Group, owners of Pertinence Limited, Pertinence Properties Limited, PettySave, Data First, EdgeTrack, and recently RealVest. Ezekiel entered the business and financial services sector about 20 years ago, and he has constantly grown in leaps and bounds. Before co-setting the Pertinence Group in 2012, he worked as a financial planner with a financial services company in Lagos, and he was the executive director, then LifePage Limited, among others. Ezekiel holds an executive MBA from Metropolitan School of Business and Management in the United Kingdom. He's evolving into a new generation boardroom juggernaut. He's currently operating at the front line of Host Now Now Limited and Rush Tower Limited. He has key interest in entertainment. He's a management and a faculty member of the Entrepreneurship Academy. Ezekiel is a sought-after speaker at conferences and seminars. He's married to delightsome Temitope, and they are blessed with children. Ezekiel is the author of Desperate for Change book series, including this very amazing title, Don't Get Mad, Get Rich and Rush. Fantastic. Let's clap for our guest today. It's beautiful to have you. Thank you so much. Such an impressive CV. Very brief, but very impressive. Thank you so much for coming on this program.
Thank you.
Pastor Nee has them. Pastor Nee, you have them. You have them all.
They are my organs. They are the one that has refused me to go back to my village. They have sustained me in Lagos.
God bless you for keeping Pastor Nee here for us. Okay, so we'll jump into the business of the day, Mr. Wisdom. So tell us, first of all, just tell us about yourself, a bit about your company. We'll have loads of questions for you. I mean, some questions are already in the chat room waiting for you. So just yourself and then your company. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Nia Adesoya. Thank you, our moderator. Sorry, I have not stored your name. I'm very sorry about that. It's not in my...
Vera James.
Vera James, okay. Can I call you Mrs. Vera James?
If you put a title, then doctor, then but without a title, okay. Vera is fine.
Vera James, okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate this opportunity, and I don't take it for granted at all. When your boss calls you and said, I want you to be on my platform, then you have to prepare very well. So I think I'm in my library, so I've had to read all kinds of books to prepare for it. So that I will not disappoint my Oga. Thank you very much. It's always a delight to, educate people about business and how they can enter into business. I think I started business very early in life. And one of those, maybe one of these days, at my 40th birthday, many people will get to know a whole lot of things about me that is not in the public. I came to Lagos as a 13-year-old boy to make money. And I don't miss word when I'm saying it. My sole purpose of coming to Lagos was to make money. I didn't have any other purpose. I just came. I said, look, I'm here. I want to make money. Fast forward, I worked in an electrical parts business, from the village to the parts business. But something kept happening to me. Early in the morning when I wake up, I see my mates going to school, and I'm there learning electrical parts business. But after 5 years, I think I decided to go back to school. And from school, I started working, and from work, we started business, several businesses that failed until we started Pertinence. By God's grace, Pertinence has succeeded. And Pertinence succeeded on the platform of the real estate arm. Other things we're doing now are all extracts. They all started from the real estate arm. We call our real estate arm the cash cow, because for some time it's been the cash cow. Other cash cow has come to join it, but it was the cash cow that gave birth to other things that we are doing. And I co-founded the company with my partner, my business partner, Mr. Olorin Sunday. We were in the UK many years ago, and I was facilitating, and I kept mentioning my partner, and they asked me to qualify it, that in the UK, partner is partner.
Oh, right.
So that correction, and I have to be able to qualify. So it's my business partner. So, and we've been doing the business for 8 years now, and it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. That business I've given birth to about 7 other businesses, from fintech to tech businesses to microfinance bank to construction, and a whole lot of other things. And a few things that are going to be launched in the next 3 months maximum. You start seeing some things. We are taking over Lagos. I think that's a little brief about me. Other things I will be saying.
Okay, fantastic. I mean, I had to write that down. I came all the way from my village to make money in Lagos, and you made it, and you are making it. You will show us the way today. Everybody on this live video, you will make money. You will. What did you say?
We'll soon start making the money. We're just trying to.
Oh, really? Okay, we're talking about billions now. Okay, so tell us, back to what you said. I just wanted to say some more things about how you started the real estate. I mean, how did you start? How did you become a real estate investor? I mean, what was the catch? Why? What unsettled you? I mean, what was it? How did you start?
Okay. Funny enough, we didn't start with real estate business. When we registered Pertinence Limited, we're doing majorly savings and investments. The microfinance that we have today is more like what we started with in a very small way. We're doing that, and we're doing a couple of contracts here and there, but real estate has always been part of our lives. I would say that in the days of poverty, real estate used to be our bailout. So whenever I have any heavy deal, it's always a real estate deal. And I remember there was one day I was leaving the house, and it was very terrible. My wife, I think she was pregnant then, and I was leaving the house. I left like 200 naira for food. And the way I leave it for my wife, I just put it on the table, and I just leave it. We don't discuss it. She will just, God bless the woman. Then that day I was just walking. I said, God, there must be a way out. There just have to be a way out. And I went to do a real estate presentation somewhere, and voila, I sold 10 plots of land that day. I was like, wow. As at that time, the commission was 25,000 naira, and 10 plot was 250,000 naira. This is somebody who was struggling to leave 200 naira on the table, coming back on that fateful day. In fact, what happened? Very funny scenario. I collected the money, went to bank to deposit it, but removed my commission. By the time the company called me that the money is not complete, I said, no, I've removed my commission. They said, no.
You were not going to take any chance. Oh, nice.
Who will not pay your commission? I said, I need the money. I spent out of it. I had to begin to look for money to make it up for me to be able to earn the commission. So it was that bad. But that was how we started learning about real estate. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel is the one that guided us through the path. His company was the company that we were selling for before we, also started LifePage. Most people don't know that I'm very connected to LifePage. Up to tomorrow, I'm still a shareholder in LifePage. Now we started LifePage, and real estate was the thing. But when we started Pertinence, real estate was not the call. But we discovered that people kept requesting for things that real estate properties that were not available, whether with LifePage or with Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. And we just felt, okay, it was a good thing for us to dive into it, and we started providing that. And that was where the vision of real estate started unfolding. And let me tell you something, no matter where I am in my life, anywhere in the world, I will do real estate, whether as a business, whether as an investor, whether as a trader, whether as a realtor. I must just be involved in real estate. In my own opinion, I say real estate is the only real business. It's a business that is very real. You can't get it wrong doing this real estate. About 85 to 90% of the global millionaires are people who are very much into real estate. If you go and check their portfolio, you will find real estate in their portfolio. So that's how we started the whole thing. But along the line, we got some very wonderful concept of how to, project real estate, how to disrupt the market, because we came with a particular disruption that gave us an edge in the market, and today is where we are.
Right. You know something. I picked. You see, people were making requests, and then you saw an opportunity, and then you took it. Fantastic. Please, I hope you took that. Those of us on this call, I hope you got that from Mr. Wisdom's wisdom. Because okay, so now what you said has opened a very lovely question for you. This thing you just said has made me even more interested. And I'm sure everybody on this call is extra interested at this point, because you said it is big money, real money. So tell us, what are the essential first things that an investor in Nigeria needs to know? I mean, what are the things we need to possess? You want to invest in real estate? You mentioned as a realtor, as a business owner, as an investor. I mean, I don't know all of those jargons, but tell us, what are the essential things? We want to take like list number 1, number 2. I'm sure my viewers, I'm sure that we're all interested in that question. So, Wisdom, please tell us.
I think if we start doing number 1, number 2, we will do up to 1,000. Because
wow, okay, just summarize.
Real estate is one business that will stress you. But I'm going to say it this way. When we started the real estate business, myself and my business partner, Mr. Lawrence Sunday, we went for a training, because for me, I feel that anything you get involved in, you just have to gain the training. Or else you probably will just be doing guesswork, and what you'll be doing is copy from people and paste what you don't understand. So we decided to go for a training. This particular training was advertised by one of those guys who were doing very well in real estate as at that time. When we got there, I am this kind of person that when I get to a particular place, I take note. I just, survey the ground, try to observe a couple of things. Now, one of the things I observed was that the guy came into that meeting with a Range Rover Sport. That was in the days of Range Rover Sport, and he had police escort, and everything was just, very heavy. He came in and started the lecture. I think 80% of what he told us in that lecture was more like painting real estate as a very difficult business. And he was just painting the picture of difficulty, how that it is difficult, but if you want to try, you can try. But if you don't want to take the risk, you can come and market for him, and all of that. Right there and then, I told Mr. Lawrence, I said, well, Mr. Lawrence had this car. It was not a car, it was a moto. Or Yoruba call moto. Now, that car has a mind of its own. The car winds down by itself. The car can decide to park you at the middle of the road and stop, and it's not going. And there's nothing you can do about it except you push it. So the car was like a burden. But anywhere we wanted to go, we have to just look for a car that can help us navigate. So I told Mr. Lawrence, I turned to him, I said, come, that this guy told us that real estate is very difficult. But that I would rather do a difficult business and be in a Range Rover Sport with air condition and with escorts all around me than leave real estate that's a difficult business, do a simple business, and be inside your car that can roll down. I would just laugh about it. But really, that was our decision, that it's a difficult business. There is no business that is really easy. Every business has their own side. But the thing I've come to realize that the more difficult the business, the more rewarding the business. Real estate is very difficult, no doubt. But if you can get the essentials right, you will break through. So some of the things you need is, first of all, go and get the knowledge. Get the knowledge. On this platform, we'll try to tell you a couple of things, but I can assure you, whatever we're going to tell you on this platform is not all that you need. You really need the knowledge of the business. Number 2, if you can try, serve somebody who is already in the real estate business. Just try, get into their whatever. Okay, what do you have your real estate offers. Try and see whether you can serve, even if not serving, partner, leverage on what they have done, and collaborate. The challenge with most of us in Nigeria is that we have lost the area of collaboration. We're not competing. I think the new way of doing business is really collaboration. If we collaborate, we can do a whole lot. But people just want to start. I don't want to serve anybody. I don't want to be under anybody. I don't want to do anything with anybody. I just want to succeed on my own. That may not be the best. Try and collaborate. By collaboration, you get to learn a whole lot of things. The other day we're discussing with a particular business mentor, and he was telling me how somebody went to their site and caused a lot of problem. And one of the guys that was there is one of the people that just started real estate company. The guy ran away. He said, "Why are you running?" He said, you didn't see machete, gun and everything. It's a normal thing. He said, "How will machete and gun be normal thing?" So some of those things I can't teach you here. I have been in the midst of. In fact, there was one site where we're trying to market one time. The site, myself and Mr. Lonshe were on that site. They were ground police. They were police who were using a helicopter. They were, everywhere was full of police, and we're at the middle of the matter. A particular guy just advised us that in the next 1 minute we should disappear, or else we're in trouble.
Wow.
That was how we.
1 minute.
So. But the very essential things you need to enter into real estate business is, number one, courage. If you don't have the courage to enter into the business, please just stay put with whatever you can manage. It requires courage, because a lot of things can come up. We have had to buy from large expanse of land and lost everything, rebought it from another, because we didn't buy from the right people. So some of those things can make you very depressed. If you don't have enough courage, you may not be able to go on. But one of the things that can fuel your courage is if you collaborate, if you leverage on other people's experience. If you have someone like me or someone like my mentor, Pastor Lumide Emmanuel, who you can go back to and say, look at what happened, and they will give you the code for that particular situation, you probably will be able to scale through. So number one is courage. Number two is you have to have marketing skills. There's no way you are doing real estate and you are not a marketer. There's nothing you want to say. You have to have marketing skills. You have to be able to, because the industry, I wouldn't say it's saturated at all. It's not saturated. We're not even started. Many people need to join the industry. But I think a lot of people are now doing almost the same thing. And so it's making it look like it's saturated. But there are a lot of other aspects of real estate that people are not maximizing. So many aspects of real estate. What I told you we are going to launch in the next couple of months is another aspect of real estate that most people are not looking at. So I think it's something that anybody who wants to come to this market should come with a disruptive idea, not just come and do what we have been doing. What we have been doing has gotten us these results. If you want to get better results, you better disrupt the atmosphere, or else you'll be competing with us, really. So that's the one. You just have to ensure that you gather the courage and you have the marketing skill. Then one skill that is very important is negotiation skill. I need you to enroll in any of Mr. Niyi Adesonya's negotiation skill classes and learn negotiation. Is a major requirement. You get it right in negotiation when it comes to real estate. If you miss it in negotiation, you can struggle through the process. You can struggle through that transaction because you have missed it. Negotiation skill, very important. Myself and my partner, Mr. Lonshe, they call us master negotiators, because when we get into negotiation, it's heavy. I've negotiated some deals that brought our company some heavy duty. There's a particular land that we bought one time. We bought 1 acre for 500,000 naira. We sold one plot for 1 million naira.
Heavy duty. Really heavy.
Is that not looking like blood money?
You said it all. Pastor Niyi, you told us.
Serious blood money. So negotiation skill is very important. You can't do without negotiation skill. I think so that I won't just you can't get everything on this platform really. So I will just
Mr. Wisdom, don't even go there. What you have given us today already. You know, I was telling myself, I was just saying to myself now that we already told our viewers that this is a webinar, this is a master class, and my one page is filled already. I've turned to the next page. All right, so I've picked some very wonderful things from Mr. Wisdom this evening. Negotiation skills, courage. When he told us about that property they bought, they had to rebuy from the. So I will ask you a question about that. But let me ask my next question.
Before you go on with that, let me also say to people here, he was talking about negotiation skill. I think we did a whole seminar on that in our Zoom meetings. So what you can do is that if you subscribe to my YouTube page, I'm sure they'll put it there. Subscribe to my YouTube page, it will be there so that you can go there for free and learn about the negotiation skills. And before you ask your next question, Vera, let me just ask Wiseman this. Somebody asked, what arm of real estate is the easiest entry point? Especially when you have little or no cash at all. Which part will you advise me to come in through first?
When you have no cash, the easiest one is to become a realtor. Look for people who have properties and start selling for them, but look for genuine property. You know why? People don't buy the property, they buy you. It is trust that we sell when it comes to properties. If there is no trust, people will not risk their money. So whenever people are going to buy, they will buy your trust first before they buy the real estate property that you are actually selling. So if you sell for people who are not trustworthy, it comes back to you. So the easiest place is to become a realtor. And once you're a realtor, you earn commission. Just with a vision, you'll be able to now start planning for other things you want to do in real estate.
Awesome. Very over to you.
Fantastic. So this means that anyone on this call right now can actually start this business. That's what I've gotten from what you just said.
You can start like yesterday.
Wow, fantastic. But I like what you said about the.
That was what I started with. That at the beginning, I was selling for other companies, and in some cases, I was selling Template. That guy that took me to the place where I sold Template took me to another place where I sold under like 15 plots, just like that. I was just selling that period, you know. So that's one of the things that can happen to you. With that, you can accumulate funds to be really. Let me be sincere with you. The reason why you are doing that is not essentially to accumulate funds, because you can't really accumulate funds for real estate. You can't. Real estate is so massive, you can't accumulate funds for it. I even don't advise people to start with money. If you start with money, you are going to go into a lot of trouble. Start with gaining experience. Start with whatever you have at any level you are. Don't go and start looking for one money. I need 1 million. I need 10 million to rent an office. That's not what you need. What you need is the willingness to start and go back and do whatever you need to do. So while you are selling for other people, it's not essentially to raise money. You raise money to sustain yourself when you start, but not money to invest into the real estate business, because sometimes the reason why people go into trouble is because they had a lot of money to invest. So they didn't understand the deals they were entering into, and they messed up the entire thing. So I don't advise you to start with money, especially when you don't have the experience.
Fantastic. So what you just said is, you see what you talked about, learning from someone is very key.
Yeah.
Interning. I know Pastor Neil loves to talk about this. He cannot overemphasize the place of apprenticeship, mentorship. Just go and learn. Go and intern. I picked that as well. Thank you so much. You mentioned office space. That's my next question. Do you think that an office space is essential? You've said not really for a realtor, but for the one who wants to go into this thing, big. I mean, for the social media, and I mean the perception thing, do you need an office space to start a real estate company?
To start, no. But to continue, yes. To start, no. See, everything in life is all about, do you know how to leverage? If you don't have the money to get the office, you can't go and kill yourself. How do you leverage? Because for us, we had an office when we started, really, because we're doing other businesses then. But where we started from normally was in our houses. We had one of our partners who were using one of his house, more like a room like that. That's why we were using as an office until we're able to get money to be able to buy or rent an office. So to start, you don't need an office to start. You can get somebody's office and negotiate with the person. You can come to Pastor Nee's office and tell Pastor Nee that I want to be using your address. You know, I want to just have like just discuss with your receptionist, and when people ask after this particular real estate company, are they here? They say if the person is your friend, if the person has a good relationship with you and there's space, they will oblige you that particular request. I have a friend who is in Dubai. They set up a real estate company in Dubai. They are doing well in Dubai, and they wanted to have a representation in Africa, in Nigeria. And really, they were not looking at investing so much. So he approached us that he wanted more like a space. And we gave him a space, and they have a space in our office. So when they're advertising, they place our address as their own address. And people come in, they ask after them, say, yes, they are upstairs, and we can take them to their office. So you can start with that. After some time, when you have now grown, you can now expand. Don't go and use the little money you are supposed to use to do marketing, and you are using it to rent offices, and at the end of the day, you don't have money for marketing, and that can put you into a lot of trouble.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, you're giving us, Pastor Nee told us, he said, when you come, you're going to give us live practical. So when you said you were reading books and all that, I said, all these things you just told us, that there are things that you saw on the street. you learned them by practice. Thank you so much.
Sometimes when you even learn a lot from all this Harvard and everything, you need to bring it down here and understand the culture and how things work here. Because it's a different ball game entirely. Right. That's what I love wisdom. Right. Wisdom is practical. I mean, pragmatic. Just that. I mean, I pray we have more time to ask him more questions, and then how he deals with your monile and everything. I mean, just the practical.
I'm all yours.
Fantastic. Okay, so from what you said, I'll take another question from what you just said. So when the person is ready to start up a company or a business, in Nigeria, we have small businesses, public liability, different. So for someone who wants to get into real estate business, which form of business do you think would work better? Should one just register a business name, for example, and say, okay, I'm starting a real estate company? Do you think that do you encourage that? Or would you rather the person sets up a limited or something? So please just tell us what you think about that.
People want to start from the top. The only thing that starts from the top is the grave. Start from where you are with what you have. If it's a limited liability company you can afford, register. If it's a business name you can afford, register. Your registration of the business to make it formal, so that you can have an account where people can pay money. Because people don't want to go and start paying money to Chinedu, something, something.
Yes.
So that's the reason why you want to do that. So if it's a business name, you can start. When we registered Pertinence Limited, it was 1 million share capital we registered. But right now, I think we have upgraded to about the 100 million share capital. Yeah. So as at that time, the businesses we were doing didn't, require that. So right now, whatever you have, start. Even if you have not registered the company, please don't let that stop you from starting. See, sometimes you can even tell the people that come, I am working in collaboration with this particular company. The name of my company is this name. So what happens is that when you are going to send the account, it's that company's account you will send, because you have gone to discuss with them that, look, I don't have a registered company yet. Because some people over pressure themselves because of what they don't have. And because of what they don't have, they can't start. Go and discuss with, maybe you come and discuss with me and say, I want to partner with Pertinence Group, and the name of my company is Wisdom Group, but I've not registered it. So as I'm selling, I'll put in partnership with Pertinence Group. So when they ask me for account number, I send Pertinence Group to them or Pertinence Limited to them. They pay. Once they pay, you give me my own code, take your own code. By so doing, you have formalized yourself under someone who is already structured. By so doing, you start earning money before you now register your own, before you now appear very formal with your own name. So don't let anything stop you. There's no law that says it has to be business name, or it has to be limited liability company, or it has to be a public company. There's no way you are. Start. Always use wisdom. With wisdom, you can move some things.
Right. I mean, that I think that answers my next question. But maybe for someone here who thinks that, okay, fine, I think I have enough money. So, although you told us not to start with money, but someone says, okay, you mentioned about your company when you started was 1 million share capital. So for someone who would want to loan, what do you think about loaning to start this, or rather to not to start, I mean to promote the business? So the question now is if somebody starts now at 1 million share capital, will that attract a bank, for example, to give that kind of person a loan? Or do you think, don't even bother asking for loans, just start with what you have? I want you to just touch on that a bit.
I said something earlier on that depending on your experience. Right now, I can afford to take 10 billion naira from the bank to finance a particular project. In fact, the project that we are going to launch is a project that by the time we do 30 billion, we're just starting, really. It's a massive project. So as at this time, I can afford to take loan from anywhere because I've mastered the trade somehow, But when you have not mastered the trade, even if you have money, invest it somewhere, learn the trade, master the trade, so that you are sure that this money I'm putting in here will come back. You don't want to go and put in money from the bank into something that may likely fail. Somebody say you are taking risk. I like taking risk, but I take calculated risk that I can have something that I can edge it with. If I can't edge it against anything, then it's not worth it. You have not calculated it well. So I feel that for loan, if you don't understand the trade yet, if you are still afraid of entering into that thing, please don't. Then when it comes to the number of share capital, I think the banks does not really look much on the share capital. They look at your turnover. How much are you turning over? What is the frequency of money entering your account and coming out? What's the business worth? That's what they look at more. If I have 100 million share capital and I'm not doing enough turnover, somebody who has 1 million share capital that is doing enough turnover can get even bigger facilities from the bank than me. So I feel it's a question of what's your turnover. At a particular time, it is necessary for you to expand the share capital because there are some kind of contracts you want to get, especially from the federal government, or state government, that they will look at the share capital of your company, and even from some private companies, but that's more like when you have started and you are trying to advance the company. These were the things that necessitated our expansion. So all those share capital things were done because of expansion. We wanted to grow bigger than what we had. So for a start, you don't need all that. So those are jargons. Start. When you have started, you can grow.
Wow. Amazing. Insightful, I must say. I mean, let's see your comments. Do you have anything to... Everybody's clapping. Who have missed that?
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Wisdom has been giving us wisdom. Okay. Okay, so you've said quite a lot about starting. Is there any other requirements that one needs or one should put in place before forming the company? I mean, doing the business. Anything you've not mentioned that we need to also take cognizance of?
Yeah, do we need to join an association? Do we need to join? Are there regulatory bodies? Like all those things that we need to pay attention to.
Some members, yeah.
Okay, I think before now, but right now you really need to mind, especially with the fact that Lagos State government is taking those things a little bit more serious. and a couple of the organization of the regulatory bodies are becoming more serious right now, and it's something that you should look forward to, joining. So I think one of the ones that I recommend is Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria. They call them REDAN. You need to look for a way to join them. It doesn't cost much for you to really join them. It just makes what you are doing to be traceable. People can trace you to the association. They can have a place to report you if there's anything wrong. People just want to, and you also want to be able to know what's obtainable in the industry and all of that. It's more like joining a political party. You know a lot more about what's going on in the country. So I will also look at that. Then LASTRA, that's Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority. I was in the meeting when they inaugurated the agency. That was with Sanwo-Olu, and it was a good one. They had very wonderful presentation, but anything government will always go through some kind of processes before it finally takes shape. So but Lagos State is particular about pursuing that, because a whole lot of real estate fraud is going on in Lagos. A lot of real estate fraud. A lot of fraudulent people come under the guise of real estate, and they dupe a whole lot of people. So those regulatory agencies are necessary. I even feel that they need to do even much more, because the system needs to be sanitized. The few times I've gone to, the first time we ever went to London to go and do marketing, myself and Mr. Lawrence were doing marketing from one place to another. One of the major things we discovered about the diaspora market is the fact that it has been bastardized. The trust is bastardized. They just told us somebody just came in here, carried some thousands and hundreds of thousands of pounds and left, and nobody can trace the person, and it's from Nigeria. So I think a lot of regulatory activities needs to go on, able to regulate the industry and sanitize the people who are dubious from people who are real. So these are a few ones that you can actually find out and be a part of them.
Right. Okay, thank you so much. So
set up your company, there are things that are necessary. Even if you don't have the money to recruit people to do that, know it that they are very necessary. Number one is your accounting. Your account setup. You need to have a good accounting setup. Even if you don't have the professional one, there's something called bookkeeping. It means for every expenses, write down. For every income, write down. Now that's what your accountant can use to now prepare your account report and all of that. So it's necessary you have that. Your books must be very good. There's a particular guy who approached us for some kind of partnership, and when he presented, he doesn't have, it's a raw business that the guy started. But one thing I loved about him was the fact that no accountant in the company, but they kept the books. All the income was duly registered, all the expenses duly registered. That's very, very important. You need to do that so you not go into trouble, because some people have unintentionally walked into trouble that they were sincerely wrong. they were sincere but very wrong, and you can be sincerely wrong and you can sincerely go to jail for something you did. So I think it's something you need to do. Then secondly, you need to set up a marketing team. One of the things that drive real estate is commission. If you set up a marketing team that has a commission structure, you are good to go. It can be a little bit difficult to get them at the beginning because you are just starting. That's why your reputational capital needs to play, your relational skills need to play out, in the starting period. You leverage on your relationship and all of that and get people to market for you here and there. And even Madam Vera can help us market. I have a lot of product to sell, and commissions are on ground for you.
Are you serious? We are in business.
What about me too? Let me too, sir. I want to.
Mr. Wisdom, we're in business after this. Like, I am starting.
Yeah. So those are those two. They are very, very important. Record keeping.
What of legal? What of legal?
I'm
Do you need a legal lawyer?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. In real estate, legal is almost everything. From the onset, we had a legal representative. So what we did, we had a friend who was a lawyer, and we approached him and said, sir, I'm giving you practical how you can get into it if you don't have money to hire one. Right now, we have lawyers on retainership. We have a lawyer who works with us permanently. We're even recruiting more lawyers right now. But at the beginning, we didn't have that kind of money to recruit a lawyer. So what we did was we approached one of our friends who happened to be a lawyer. He too was upcoming then. So all of us were upcoming. Say, come, you're a lawyer. You're upcoming. We are upcoming. You two are come. Let's come up together. Whenever we're going for any transaction, we carry him along. If he can't go, we tell him, give him the brief. He's one that will prepare all the documents so that you can tidy up all legal grounds. Because when you are doing anything real estate, always be thinking of court, because that's where they will resolve your issue. Court. You are thinking of what will happen. What will you be thinking? So you capture everything on paper so that you don't have problems going forward. So the legal part of real estate is very important. If you can't afford a lawyer right now, you can't afford one on retainership, get one on partnership, get one on pro bono. Anyhow you can do it. Just ensure that there's a legal person in your team, who can help you. Even accounting too. In those days, we didn't have an accountant. We only had an uncle who was a chartered accountant. So we keep all the records, we carry the books, go and meet him. He will now put everything together and give us. At some point, when he saw that we started making money, he said he would start charging. And he started charging. Right now, he's not charging in small money again. He's charging in some but that's how it all started. Yeah.
Pastor Nee, I need to say something here. When we have programs like this, people come, big people who have made money come, they share so many things about how, but I've hardly heard this one, the way I heard it this evening. You see, it's inspirational. I must say that. And if anybody agrees with me, please drop that on the chat room. There's so much inspiration coming from this. No, it is, I'm telling you, you started with free lawyer, free accountant, and look at where you are. So it's not as if somebody just got money and gave to you and said, wisdom, do this. I mean, this is what many of us are here right now, where you were. I mean, and it just shows that I think you've given some people a future. I mean, well done. This is cool.
There's actually somebody who's dropping so many comments on the chat room. I think the person can listen right now. The person is saying that real estate is capital intensive. Yes, when you get to the middle of the ocean, you find out that the water is deep. But what we're dealing with here is at the shore. We're not yet neck deep. So how do you start? You don't just jump into the middle of the ocean. You start from the bank you start swimming. So what Wisdom has done for us here is to let us know, this is how I started. These are the things that I did. These are the ways that I went about it, and it's so practical. Look, we didn't have an accountant. We did this. We didn't have a lawyer. We did this. I like that. You are upcoming. We're upcoming. Let us come up together. Let us come up together. So what we're not saying that it's not capital intensive. It depends on where you want to jump in. And then if you jump in from in the middle of the sea, you had better be a good swimmer, or else you're gone. So you pick it up, and most of the time we make a lot of mistakes because you have money and you want to pump the money into a particular business that you don't even know anything about. You're going to lose the money. You're going to lose the money. Somebody once said that if you put money ahead of knowledge, or if you put money, you have money, you will always trade money to get knowledge. And it also goes both ways. So you can also trade knowledge to get money. And it depends on which one is serving as the cover to the other one. If it's knowledge that is serving as a cover to money, it protects money. If it is money, you lose the money to get knowledge. That's why people want to start businesses and they want to go and get an office. You want to sell, people who are into boutique, they sell apparel.
Clothes.
They want to go and open the shop first. That's not where to start from. The first thing to do is to even put those things in your car and drive from one place to another. Get your customers
Right.
and then bring
Right.
them in. And that's what we've been doing here. We're dealing with the startups. How do you start? You have no money. And he said something so powerful here. He said, somebody asked, what's the easiest entry point?
Yeah.
He said, be a realtor. And I know one of my guys here who did that also very well. And the guy is now a group managing director in his own in a big company. He drives a Mitsubishi Jeep, but I know how he started. He started as a realtor. He's even still a realtor. He has not even started developing, but the kind of numbers he's pulling is alarming. Alarming. I know him. This was a guy who was living in a one room, face me, I face you, pari passu, like they say, it apartment. And then now he pays people millions in commission. How do you start? That's why we're here. And I must say big thank you to Wisdom, because I knew we were going to get this down to earth kind of discussion from him, because I've tasted him. I told you guys I've tasted him once at the Zoom meeting. I was just wondering, wow, what he did with us at the Zoom meeting, we have not even started here, was more like telling us, if I had the courage, it was the courage I was still looking for that I don't have. But with what he did for us at the Zoom meeting, I have the knowledge. So probably there I have the courage. I will not combine it with the knowledge. He said something about courage, which is very, very important. So we're not saying it's not capital intensive. It depends on where you want to start from. And then mind you, if you have all the money, you pump it into a business that you don't know, you're going to lose it. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I totally agree.
That was a very wonderful clarification. I had one of my mentees who came around, and that was just last week here, and he was asking me that he needed to, that he was setting up some partnership with some people. And I said, okay, what aspect of real estate do you want to get into? And he said he's already talking to some partners. They want to go into development. They want to go into what do we call this now? Some kind of JV and all of that. I say, my brother, I say, even where you are starting as a developer, I say it's a very, very high standard. I'm not saying you will not do well, but I'm saying that really look at it very well to be sure that you are starting from the right place. How do you know where to start from? Start from where your knowledge base is. Where your knowledge base is where you start from. Don't go and say, I want to start beyond my knowledge. When I get there, I will swim the ocean. It's somebody that can swim that can say, I want to dive into the ocean. If not, we don't even know the way to swim. So I think everybody should learn to start from where they are with what they have. Real estate is capital intensive, truly. I told you about a project that we're going to start, that by the time we spend 30 billion, we're just starting. And so that's how capital intensive it can be. But don't wait until you have all of that. Start from where you are. Learn, grow. Some people, when they fall, their fall is very great because they did not grow, they jumped. And when you jump, you just crash land, and the falling can be very great.
Okay, awesome. Vera, can you see this question on the screen? Or is it only me that is seeing it? Yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
Chuku Shei. That's a combination.
How were you able to convince your
No.
sales?
Even the name is a combination. Chuku Shei. Is there a name like that in Igbo language?
Igbo and Yoruba together.
Yeah, that's a complete Nigeria.
I'm trying to find that comment.
Okay.
Yes.
How were you able to convince your sales teams to start with you without salaries? How were you able to convince them?
Okay, I think that's where your vision spec, you put it on. Because is the Bible said that we should cast the vision, make it plain, that everyone will run with it. So if you know how to cast a vision, in most cases, people will follow you without even knowing why they were following you. I give an example. Pastor Sam Adeyemi is pastor to Pastor Nee, and when they were following him, they didn't really know why they were following him. Like, this man, he wasn't rich as at that time, but they were following him because of the vision he was casting before them. So vision is the driver. What made people follow us without salary, without money? In fact, there was one guy, the first two guys that started the business with us, one of them, what we said was that we're going to be sharing commission. So whenever we made a sale, we shared commission. So after that particular month, I think we shared the commission. What came to him was 2,500 or 2,800 and thereabout. I can't remember exactly how much. It was 2,000 something. And the guy looked at it, went back home with excitement that, okay, this is good. And by the time he went to show his mom that I've earned my first income, the mom said, how much? He said 2,000 something. The mom started crying. When the father came back, the father joined them in crying. When they finished crying, the guy came back the next day and told us that, my parents were crying when they saw my 2,000 something. We tried to encourage him, but I think apparently he has lost it. That guy, as I speak to you now, is still on the street looking for how to survive because he didn't believe in the vision. The people who believed in the vision and joined us in the vision, they are doing very well today. Now, that second guy that I'm talking to you now is a CEO of one of the companies, but he's heading many other companies that are not even in Nigeria. So the guy is doing very well. Why? Because he believed in the vision. So as a leader, one of the major skills that you must develop is the skills to cast vision. People should be able to see you, that you believe in what you are pursuing, and you lead by example. You go out you go out with them. For instance, we were going out with people. If you have a client, come and call me. We'll go out together. I'll close the deal for you. Once I close the deal for you, the commission comes to you because I know some of this I can take. So you have to do all of that. You have to do like the work of a pastor, the work of a shepherd. Carry your people along. Let me tell you what will happen when you have success stories. It attracts other people to want to join the team. So by the time I go out with one person, I help the person convince his client, he earns a commission of 200,000 naira. Somebody hears that one and says, me too, I want to go and pursue my own. The time, you must have that time. Right now, I don't really have that time to spend with people now because we have grown. People can believe in us right now. We can even pay the salaries right now. But then we couldn't pay anything. What we could pay was attention. You pay attention to your people, cast the vision before them, and begin to drive. We're doing training almost every day. We gather people. Where we were, my library is bigger than our entire office. And we still divided it into two. We had a training section where we train people. Myself, Mr. Lawrence here. I wish I could share some of those video or the pictures. My neck was long like this. But we're training. When you see us inside that coat suit blare. That's coat suit blare. The passion was there. We're pushing things. When we talk, you'll be wondering. I think our landlord passed one day, that's in that same office. So he saw the way we're talking, the way we're gesticulating. He said, he just shook his head that these people, they must be very mad. And people are believing in you. The thing is, people will believe in you. Sometimes they are seeing beyond what you are even saying. And if you are true to that vision, you start recording 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 testimonies. After some time, you become the talk of town. People will flood to you. We did a training the other day. Almost 200 people registered on the spot. Right now, the number of realtors we have, they are in their thousands. But really, we started with a few, but we made a testimony out of them, and that's what encouraged other people to begin to join the team.
Fantastic. I can see one question from Eunice. So that we can quickly take our questions. What are all the arms of real estate? So one can know where his or her strength lies and then play in it. Sure, you talked about realtor and all that. I guess that's what.
Okay, I'll just mention a few because there are so many arms, so many arms. There is construction, where you are maybe a builder, you do construction, you have a construction company. There is the estate development aspect of real estate, where you buy land and you develop it into an estate. There are commercial developments where you buy land and you build commercial facilities. There are the architectural aspect, there are the technical aspect. Is a whole lot. It's a whole lot, really. It's not something we can exhaust. It's a whole lot. That's one of the research that you might even need to go and do so that you know which one interests you. There's the investor aspect of real estate, where you are solely an investor. You are more like a speculator. I know one of my friends, he doesn't do all this kind of real estate that we do because he feels that he doesn't have the time. So he's a speculator. What he does is he gets a piece of land somewhere around, fence around land, clear the land, maybe like do 1 or 2 development on the land and put it up for sale. He'll put his banner there, put his number, so people call him directly. So by the time he sells that one, he moves to the other one. He sells that one, he moves to the other one. That's what he does, really. I know another of my friend, what he does is just, he will build houses, put his number there, sell the house, move to the next house, and that's, the guy is a millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire, somebody who lives in Lekki. You know me, I don't live in Lekki. I'm still praying that one of these days God will help us who live in Lekki.
Wow. Okay.
Don't let me tell them where you live.
It's a village.
Okay.
Okay, we have a question from Adeze Property. Okay, I've started my own real estate on social media apps. I want to sell more. Partner, okay. Partner with a wise man. Okay, it's not a question, it's just
a comment.
She's dropping a comment, yes. Someone wants to book a session with Pastor Nee. Fantastic. Please go on the link in the bio. I'm sure you will have you'll be able to you'll be directed.
I like that.
What is something Pastor Nee?
Somebody wants to have a session with me. Awesome.
Yes.
Go to the link. Send me a DM, and then we'll take it up from there. Right.
Okay. Can Mr. Wisdom please shed more light on how to get marketers and how to unbox the market?
I think it relates to what I just finished sharing now. How to get, really, you just have to be out there, call for marketers, have a call for marketers. And one of the strategies I will give you is to organize a training, organize a seminar, and do it like a major real estate seminar where you want to empower people. People will come. From that, you really empower them. You really get people to talk to them and all of that. After which you introduce your realtor offers to them, and they can sign up and be one of your realtors. The good thing about the market right now is that really nobody owns the realtor. The realtors are now becoming independent because they just want to be, they sell for this company, they sell for that company, they sell for other companies.
Yeah.
They don't want to be boxed, so that's majorly how to get their own attention. Then when you get their attention, you have to really treat them well. Let me give you what will happen when you start. When you start, don't treat people like adults, treat them like children, because you just started. It's just like a woman that just gave birth. You treat your child as a baby, because the way I would treat the realtors, if you go and treat them the same way, it might not pay you. You have to treat them because of where you are right now.
Wow.
For me, my children are grown up, so I would treat them like grown up children. But for you, it might not be the same way. So you give them attention, serious attention. That's what can help you retain them. That's what can help you get their attention on you. They can say, okay, for Mr. Wisdom, they have a lot of estates that I can leverage on, good, wonderful. But this man treats me better, I have a personal relationship with him. I can always talk to him. He can go with me to go and close deals. I'm just giving you a secret. It's a secret that you must do when you just start. After some time, you probably will have outgrown it. So unboxing the market, I don't know where the market is. I don't think the market is boxed. The market is, the box is open. Everybody can enter into the market.
Yeah, yeah.
I've told you the simplest way to enter the market, just enter, just dive in. You know, as a realtor, dive in. If you don't want to do being a realtor, you can start by, you know, just buying one small land here, one small land there, sell them. By those experiences, you can gather, you know, and you do well. There's a particular land to buy now. The land, where I'm buying the land, they are selling the land for 3 million. But I'm buying that land for 700,000 naira, and I'm going to be selling at 3.5 million because my own offer will come with some special things, you know. So you can partner, you can come, you can collaborate with people, and you buy, you guys share, sell. So there are always ways to start. So it's not boxed, it's unboxed, so you can actually get into the market.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Vera. There's somebody who's asking that as a construction firm, they can partner with you. I would advise the person, Akimboboye, Jayo, please, you can check Wisdom Ezekiel's handle and then probably send him a direct message on his social Instagram handle. I think that would be personal. Everybody's open to partnership. If you have something to offer to put on the table, everybody's open to
I think
partnership.
I'll prefer an email.
Okay, an email. Is it possible
Okay,
to just type your email so that they can have it?
Ezekiel@gmail.com.
Okay, wisdomezekiel@gmail.com. Okay, Kenny will do that for us. Wisdomezekiel@gmail.com. There's a question here that is a bit interesting. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
yes.
Okay. As social media started having a good impact in the Nigerian real estate world, especially when it comes to sales, social media, I mean, is it working for you guys? Do we need to pay attention to that?
Sorry, the email that was typed is not my own mail. People make that mistake. It's mrwisemezekiel@gmail.com. There's another
You will
wisdom
retype it.
that.
Don't worry, we'll retype it now.
I'm already even typing it.
Okay.
So people can now see it. Okay, that's it. mrwisemezekiel@gmail.com.
Awesome.
Okay, so I didn't quite get that question. I was actually typing.
I mean, social media started having a good impact in the Nigerian real estate market, especially when it comes to sales.
Okay, yeah. Anybody who is not doing social media in this age and time, there's something wrong somewhere. You really need to get to the social media because that's where people live now. People sleep and wake up on social media. You have people who when they want to sleep, they will snap themselves, I'm going to sleep now. And they put on social media. When they wake up, just woke up, put on social media. When they go to bed, I'm going to bed. You know, they wash their clothes, they hang it. I just finished washing my clothes. So that's where people live practically. So wherever the people are, that's where you ought to go to get the people. So
Right.
social media, right? But the thing about social media is a whole lot of people are there also trying to get the same attention of people. So you need to learn the act of getting people attention to your own, you know, in your own way. That's why I talk about disruption, that you need to get something that will call attention to you, you know, even though you are doing it on social media. But there's something I want to recommend, please. When you are starting, don't just rely on only social media. It might not be the best because when people are buying real estate, the vast majority of people will not take decision on social media alone. They will take decision because they have proven the trust of the company or the trust of the person who have posted that particular thing. So I think using people, you know, networking people would be a very good one. Then secondly, find time to do prospecting. I think people just get it wrong. You need to do prospecting, book appointments with people, go face to face and explain to people. If you can't go face to face, book appointments, you can be online. The person can be online. You guys have good interaction. When I was just coming up in marketing, I used to do something. Those days, I don't market during the day. I market during the night because it's better for me. During the night, I'm able to go to people's houses. meet the husband and the wife, and in most cases focus on the wife, because I know the man is maker, but the man decision maker, the woman is the decision heavyweight, is the one that is in control of the decision maker. So if I want to control of the decision maker,
you're absolutely correct.
That decision will be made easily. So what I do is I focus on the wife, convince the wife. Once the wife is convinced, I am very sure
You won't let the man
by
rest.
the time they sleep and wake up the next morning, they will call me for a deal. So book appointments, go for prospecting, sit down with people. You are talking about some real estate is heavy money, really. So when you're talking about millions, talking about hundreds of thousands, it's not something you just want to sell online. They are not shoes, you know. So you need to book appointment, go and see people. You know, it takes very high reputation to sell online and just completely sell online. Really, it takes a very high reputation. I can do that now because people have come to know me, but
Yeah,
some people may not be able to do that. Book appointment, go and sit down with people and convince them about things. There are people who have posted something on their status and I saw it and I say, how much? They say so I say, okay, no problem, and I didn't buy. But the same person now took the thing and came to my office and said, Mr. Wisdom, this was the thing you asked me how much. This is a feel it. I felt it. He said, is it good? I say, it's good. He said, okay, I've come to give it to you now. Give me my money. And I have no, I have no right. I can't say no. I have to give them the money, and they have made sales. But if they just focused on that online, they would not have gotten my attention. There's this particular lady, she keeps posting and posting. Sometimes I ask her, how much is what you are selling? She will answer. But I just feel that if she has enough wisdom, she would have just come to me and said, I'll package 3 for you. Give me the money now. In most cases, I
wish she was on this call.
She's not on this call. That's why I can say it.
Okay, let me also say this. For those of us who are looking at what's it called, online marketing, social media marketing, I have some friends on this call. They are called Tokotaya. You can just check them out, Tokotaya 1. Just check them out. You can have a discussion with them. They can be of help also. So Tokotaya 1, if you want to type your email, Tokotaya 1, please do that so that people can see where they can get involved with you. So over to you, Vera. I think
okay.
I was expecting Instagram to shut me down after 1 hour, but I don't think they're doing that again.
I looked at my time too, and I was like, wow. Instagram too knows that something good is happening. Okay, I think we've come to the end. I can't say anymore. Okay, someone said to talk about real vest. Real vest.
He will talk about it, but that's his passion. That's his business. Before he talks about his business, there's somebody here who's saying that how then can people in diaspora dive into real estate in the Nigerian space? I think you'll be interested in that. That means we have people from all over connected to this call. Okay,
I think when you say dive into, I want to know what aspect you want to dive into. Is it as an investor or as a real estate business person or as a realtor? Whatever level you want to dive into, I think you really need to confirm the people you want to be able to do business with. The first thing I will tell you is that when you are diving, please let somebody who has been swimming here dive with you.
Okay.
Some people carry the mentality of the UK, of the US, and
trust
come here. One of the very difficult clients that we have are clients. They are diasporan clients because they feel the way things work over there is the way it works here. Somebody's asking me how long will it take for him to get documentation. I say, hey, that's not in my power. I can promise you in about 1 year you get your document. He's saying, what? If I buy a house in the UK, my document is within hours. It doesn't work like that here. So when you are going to dive, please dive with somebody who has experience here.
With a lifesaver.
Eh?
with a lifesaver.
With a lifesaver. Dive with a lifesaver so that just in case you're about to drown, they can help you, come up really. So that would be my own advice. Really, because where most people who are abroad have access to capital, they have access to some kind of liquid cash and all of that. So you can throw a lot of that into real estate, but when you are going to do that, ensure that you understand what you are doing before you do that. But it's very okay for you to dive in. The real estate market here is much more rewarding than the real estate market over there. The only thing I do abroad is I'll buy houses and let them out, because there you are sure your rent will come. Here you are not too sure that your rent will come, depending on where you are playing. And tenants have power here and the landlords don't. But over there, both tenant and landlord, we all have power. So it means that if you don't pay my rent, it affects your credit score. But here, if you don't pay my rent, you can take me to court and stay in that house for the next couple of years. I have a particular building we just bought, and in that building, there's a particular tenant who has been there for 3 years and hasn't paid the rent. And to eject the tenant is telling you the law, that the law says you cannot throw him out, a lot of things. So I think if you are diving in here, really, let it be someone that with someone who has some experience.
Okay. Take us on a RealVest.
Wow, RealVest is the real thing. It's the only real thing. RealVest is a combination of. Why are you laughing at me now? Okay, I'm going to let me just do simple marketing.
Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
It's a combination of real estate and investment. That's what is called RealVest. So it's a platform that we have set up for people to be able to access real estate investments using technology. So right now you can practically do everything on the platform of RealVest without coming in contact with anybody. So you can do that on RealVest. And we have the housing arm, which is called HomeVest. And we have the investment arm also, where you can invest and earn return on investments. Right now, we have thousands of subscribers on even the HomeVest. We just started it last year, and the thing has grown big, as in we have thousands. I'm not talking small, thousands of people who have subscribed, and we're delivering the homes in batches, and by God's grace, we'll be able to do much more better. So that's more like what RealVest is all about. It's a trusted platform. Right now, we're even working on the RealVest 3.0. I think it's 3.0. Yeah, 3.0 that's coming out. It's much more even better. Right now, you can use your international cards to be able to transact on our platform. So that's going to be launched by the end of next month. And RealVest is doing very well, and majorly we focus on affordable housing. That's what the platform is about: affordable housing that you can pay over. You have payment plan of 5 years, 10 years, 7 years, and even 10 years in some cases. So it's a platform that you can go and if you are here, you want to be a part of what we are doing in RealVest, you can actually go and register and refer people. And with your referral link, everywhere people will just be making money. But me, I like money. I want to give you my own referral link, so that when you register, I'm making commissions. But Madam Vera can give her referral link, so that's.
I think.
Let me give out my own link.
I think you should give Vera a link, so that Vera can type her link and then send it to everybody.
Okay, that's fine. Though.
I'll do that.
Vera,
session.
Okay. So before I allow Vera around this up, let me just do two things. There's a particular program that is coming up. Wisdom was mentioning Olumide Emmanuel. And I'm not sure whether the event is still open, but I think it's an event that I'm so much interested in because of the content that is going to be in that program. And it's for people who want to start. And I'm sure probably Wisdom will talk about it a little bit. You go there, you learn about real estate, and then you're given land to sell. And then you sell the land and you make your commission. I think the program is about $500,000 or so. But if you sell the land, you can make 3 million naira back. And I think it's happening in Sheraton in the next 1 week or so, 1 or 2 weeks.
It's
So can you
starting
say a
on
little bit
the
about that?
okay. It's the Real Estate Executive Masterclass hosted by Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Everything we learned about real estate when we're going to start. Yes, we have improved on the knowledge, but everything we learned, the basis of our starting was taught by Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. I remember many times we would go and sit down in his house in the evening. He would train us from 7 p.m. to about like 11 p.m. Sometimes we go and meet him in his office, and he was able to give us all the things that we needed. Yet at a particular time, we had to tell him we wanted to pay for it because so that we can value what we are receiving, But he's someone that have experience both nationally and internationally. Pastor Olumide was one of those people who, during the American real estate market crash, he bought a lot of real estate properties in America, and right now he has a couple of properties all over America. So he's somebody who has experience that you want to listen to, and he's one that taught me how to be this practical. Practicality I learned it from Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. So you will learn a whole lot of things. The curriculum is very rich. It's something that's all I've been saying here. We're just scratching them in.
Oh yeah.
It's when you come for that program, you will relax and hear things. And I think it's for 4 days. For 4 days, I'm going to be there. Oladipo Clement of LifePage is going to be there. Revolution Plus, the MD is going to also be there, and a couple of other people that will be there. And we are not just even doing only people who are into real estate in terms of real estate development, people who are technical people in real estate, surveyors, town planners,
wow,
the power sector. They are all going to be available to guide people on how you can do a couple of those things. And Dr. Olumide Emmanuel has said that after you finish the course, he's going to give you, I think, 10 acres of land or 5 acres. I think 5 or 10 acres of land that you can go and market. You are not paying for the land. Just go and market. When you bring back the money, then you earn your commission. And the more you sell, the higher the commissions that you can earn. But I think the registration right now is 500,000 naira. But
okay.
I don't know. I wish I had. I'm using my phone right now, so I can't get out any contact. I probably would have gotten out the contact that people can call if there is any negotiation. It started from 350,000 naira. That was back like 3 months ago. I started going up. But right now, I think it's about 500,000 naira. So, but it's worth it.
Huh? Yeah, it is. That's why I brought it up here, because I know it's worth it. It just takes this what we're discussing here further deeper into the real thing, the real deal. I think we can Google or type Olumide Emmanuel, and then I think you'll get his Instagram
page today. He posted it on his Instagram page for today, so you can check it out.
Yeah, his Instagram page. Just check it out, and then call them. You can mention my name, that my program. I said if you get there, they will give you a discount. No, yeah, I don't know the discount yet, but just tell them that I said that I've committed him. That he said, okay, somebody is saying something. The registration before May 1st is 450. Afterwards, it's 500K. So you can see that 4 days, and then after that, you have plots of lands to sell. You sell it. You practice what they've taught you. You make your 3 million back.
Sorry, sir.
That is.
It comes with a 1-year mentorship program.
Wow.
It means that Dr. Olumide will be available to mentor you for the next 1 year. If you have any challenge, you can always run back to him. He will guide you. And what he can do is
awesome.
Problems that he feels that I may not be able to attend to you, he can send to us, and we are all enrolled in that. It also comes with the pack. The entire pack of this seminar will be given to you after the program. It comes with the land sales offer. Then there's going to be breakfast and lunch in Sheraton. A whole lot of things. So you are just there, and Sheraton food, very nice food. I give it to them.
Good food.
I give it to them.
I think somebody typed the number of Dr. Lumine's Manuel's PA already there, so you can take advantage of that. And then again, the next program is on Saturday.
Mention that Pastor Neo so that they can give you discount to mention.
Yeah, so tell him I said he will give you discount. Although I've not spoken to him, I'll go and tell him that I have committed you. I committed you, sir. So you have to give them discount, or else you turn me into a liar. Tell them that he said that he will give them discount. So the next program is on Saturday. On Saturday, we'll be having the NIA Adesanya Keeping Your Business in Business webinar series. And then there I'll be talking about successful failure and using the case study of Nokia to understand how things are done, how mistakes they made. And also there's going to be a bonus session on how I was able to raise my coaching fee by 2,500% within 2 years. And it will be very practical. And then you need to come and see that and learn that. And on Saturday, we'll talk about that. And after Saturday, I will pull down what I have on my what's it called, profile, social media profiles, the highest paid speaker. I had to use that. I had to use that to make a statement, because sometimes people don't know what you've done. They don't know who you are because probably you don't have enough followership on social media, so they feel that you don't carry so much weight in the industry. So I have to say that to make a statement. So by the time I explain
I'm going to check Dangote. Dangote's
how many followers?
His followers. He has 250,000 followers. One post. He's not following anybody and is verified. And he's supposed to be the richest black man.
Who will verify it?
That you will have like 20 million followers. It's not about followership. If he's not posting parties, if he's not posting social stuff, you will not get followers like that. But anyway, join us on Saturday, and then 7 p.m. Zoom. You go to my bio, you can always register. And then this Saturday will be with me. Next Saturday will be with Professor Patitomi. And then we'll be bringing out those big giants as we move on in the course of our discussion. So thank you, everyone. It's free. It's free. It's free. I don't know.
Enjoy it while we have the time. And then Femi is asking, how do we get on Real Vest? Talk to Vera. You are going to Vera.
Talk to me. Thank you, Pastor Lee. So, Mr. Wisdom, I'll come to you. You give me the link, the code, and then you come through me.
You are covered. You are covered.
So, I'm not a real talk.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. It has been an amazing evening.
Yeah, before I allow Vera close, let me just say a big thank you to Wisdom Ezekiel. Thank you so much, sir. I'm always thrilled whenever you're on the platform with me. You make the work so easy and so practical. I'm not saying this, I don't flatter people. And I've not been able to get over the last Zoom that you did. That was very exclusive meeting. I know you said some things that you didn't say here. And I can't make that meeting in Zoom available on my YouTube, because it was an exclusive meeting for some selected few. And then we'll be looking at that also. That's why you need also to join the NIA Adesanya professional community. There's a price tag on it, but I'm not interested in that. Vera Cole will be looking at that to look at how much they can put on it, because it is just funny when you are charging a particular amount of money, and then you now begin to come online and begin to charge 1,000, 2,000. It doesn't work like that. So we'll look at that. Vera and Co will talk about that. But next week, Thursday, we're back here 6 p.m. and then we'll be having agro investment business. Am I right? How to invest in agriculture. Yes. And then we're having a young, dynamic man in Abeokuta. I think he studied agri-economics and is doing so well. Samson Odegba. Samson Odegbami. He's also into real estate, into farming. He has what they call Farm Now or something online. So we'll be here to talk to us about that. How do we invest in the agricultural business and everything? So you don't want to miss it next Thursday. What we're doing here, we're not doing motivation. Many people will have realized that I have gone beyond just motivation, the psychological mind or something. But dealing with bottom line here, you must see result. You must see this. You know, one thing happened to me, and one of my guys was telling me today that the guys that are around me, we were all talkers, we were all motivational speakers, we were all trainers. I started turning their attention into business. I told all of them, you go start business. After you've started business, then come back to the space and start talking. You will have more credibility that you have started business, you have made so money, you have made that. The talk will be sweet, very, very sweet. You say the same thing that you have said 10 years ago that people didn't believe. You say it now after you've gotten result, and people will have no choice than to believe. And guess what? All of them are doing so very well, raking in millions from businesses. Now they can now start talking whatever they want to talk, whether it's aspire to perspire or perspire to aspire. Now it will be sweet in their mouth. So this is what this is all about. Every Thursday and every Saturday is to help you with nuggets. And if you notice what is happening here right now, you can see the simplicity. There are no bogus words. There are no cliches here and there. Most people like to hear all those things, all those big grammars that they will shout, and everything. You don't need that. You need those simple things that you can take right now and go into the market. You can see what Wisdom Ezekiel did with us. How do you raise, marketers? How do you get into the business? Don't look for an office, look for where you can. I mean, those are practicals. Those are the things that affect the bottom line, not all those rhetorics and everything. That's what this program is all about. So help us tell people next Thursday we'll be here again, and I can bet it's going to be practical. But before then, join us on Saturday as we talk about successful failure using the case study of Nokia. How Nokia blew 50% market share. We need to understand that. Vera, thank you also, Vera, for co-hosting this with me.
Thank you, Vera.
Yeah, we'll be doing this together with some other people. You'll be seeing them coming here and there. Those of you who are here, once you join our community, you have an opportunity to also probably stay where Vera is staying, and probably where I'm also sitting, and then probably where Wisdom also is also sitting. You have all those opportunities to do this. Please let us make that happen. Vera, thank you. Over to you as we close.
Okay, thank you so much, Pastor Nee. It's been this. I will say this is a webinar series. This is beyond Instagram Live. We've learned a lot. I've learned a lot personally, and I'm sure every one of us on this call. This video will still remain on Pastor Nee's page. So if you did not join us at the beginning, or you missed out on some things, come back to Pastor Nee's page to watch it and to watch again and again. Thank you so much, Mr. Wisdom. I mean, your name and your person.
Yeah, you have to name your children right.
I'm telling you, imagine, for every time somebody calls your name, the person is adding wisdom to you. And look at you today. Too much wisdom. I mean, it's been an amazing evening. So please, like Pastor Nee has said, join our community. Our community, things happen in our community. I mean, we'll tell you so much. Come. When you come in, check his bio, and you follow the link. You'll be able to come into the community. By the way, the very exclusive meeting that Pastor Nee talked about earlier with Mr. Wisdom was for the community. So, I mean, that's enough information for you. Thank you, Pastor Nee. Let's dance again, because I have hit a jackpot on this show. So
you could just have become a multi-millionaire right now with that new verse thing. I mean, I know how commission flies. I'm telling you, what you just need to do is to put more. Now, don't just wait here. That's Vera. Now you have to push and keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. It's just the starting point. And I know Pertinence, they have one thing. If they don't have any other thing, they have one thing: integrity. Once they say A is A, not capital A or is small letter A. A is A. You know, you can say, no, no, I didn't say capital, I said small letter A. It's still A, but they are dodging around it. Once they say A is A, and then trustworthy people, I mean, I can vouch for that. So this is the
Thank you.
time. I think you actually came on board to become a multi-millionaire here. That's better. I know you're a millionaire already, but this time a multi-millionaire.
Hallelujah. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
all of
much.
you, for being here. Wisdom, thank you. Vera, thank you. Most
Okay, Madam
especially
Vera,
all
yes,
our
Dr.
viewers.
Vera,
Those,
thank you. I appreciate you for the time. Pastor
Thank
Nee,
you too.
my boss, always loyal. Happy New Year once again.
God bless you. Okay,
Okay, you want
guys.
to be part of our community? Please check Pastor Nee's bio. You would just check his bio, and you would find information on how to join our community, and then we'll let you know what it takes. But let me just quickly give you a quick one. Join us on Saturday in the Zoom meeting. You'll certainly find it very easy to join our community. We'll decide on how we want to get you in. So don't miss the Zoom meeting so that you can be a part of the community. Yeah.
Okay, can you hear the song
I'm
now?
dancing like a multi.
Oh, yeah, you're a mortar. You are beside a billionaire, you know. You are not even a mortar, you're a billionaire. Anyway, let us see on Saturday and then back here on Thursday. Please don't miss it. Thank you so much, all you. Thank you for joining us. God
Bye,
bless you.
everyone.
All my friends from
Yeah.
Rwanda, thank you. Sweden, thank you. Everywhere, thank you for joining. Now you can still see a recap of this on my bio. Thank you, Vera. And
Thank you, sir.